We have an update on the state of Pope Francis.
Plus, we have news of a car crash on Hickson Pike.
I'm Mallory Crocker.
And I'm Carly Owens, and your news starts now. UTC police investigate the theft of a car on campus. Investigators say the theft happened this past weekend. They say the victim last saw their white Nissan Rogue Saturday night at 9 at parking lot 47. Police say the theft was discovered early Sunday afternoon and the SUV has a Tennessee license plate. If you have any information, please call the UTC Police Department at 423-425-HELP or 4357.
Chattanooga emergency crews rushed to the scene of a crash after a car collided with a building on Hickson Pike Sunday. The incident happened around 2 o'clock at the 5000 block. Investigators say the driver was an elderly man and he had already gotten out of the car by the time first responders arrived. Hamilton County EMS transported the driver for further evaluation. No word yet on the cause of the crash.
A plane crash in Toronto leaves many in shock. Last Tuesday, a Delta Airlines flight flipped upside down after landing in Toronto, Canada. While all 80 of the passengers survived the crash, 28 individuals were injured. Delta Airlines has since agreed to compensate each passenger with $30,000, an amount that some have criticized as too little.
An American Airlines flight from New York to New Delhi was forced to make an emergency landing in Rome following a security alert. Flight 292 landed safely at Leonardo da Vinci International Airport last Sunday after being escorted by fighter jets. Fire trucks stood by as precaution while law enforcement conducted a mandatory inspection. The flight remained in Rome overnight so the crew could rest and successfully continue to New Delhi the following day. Officials have not disclosed details, but airline protocol was followed to ensure passenger safety.
Pope Francis's health remains poor after 11 days of hospitalization. The Pope is currently suffering from pneumonia in both lungs and is in critical condition despite his lengthy hospital visit. According to an update released on Monday, Pope Francis has not suffered any major respiratory crises since Saturday. Thousands continue to pray for the Pope as his recovery continues into next week.
Mocs took a moment this week to remember those who have passed this past year. The Blue and Gold Memorial was held at the Wolford Family Athletic Center. Campus representatives read the names of students, faculty, staff, and alumni who died in 2024. The UTC Chamber Singers also performed our alma mater.
Students got to learn more about alternative housing options in a fun way.
Here's our Timothy McCurry with more info.
The Off-Campus Housing Fair was hosted and attended several organizations both on and off-campus where represented various ways students could get help with the possibility of off-campus housing. There was also refreshments available for students which included walking tacos and cookies. Off-campus housing coordinator Dean Toplias suggested that the campus fair is a great way to help students further their decision to live off-campus regardless of where they are in the process.
Students come at different points. Some know exactly what they want, where they want to go, and how to do it. Others don't. And there's everybody in between. And so this fair allows people in their own time, in their own way, to seek those properties where they want to live, to find those on-campus partners that will help them, and to gain a little bit of confidence, because sometimes that's the last step that's needed to make this off-campus housing venture really work.
It was a good event and a great way for students to explore their living options.
Judging from the crowds at Chamberlain Field, you've been enjoying the warmer weather.
But do we have a chance for rain coming soon? We have the answers. Happy Friday, Mocs. Let's dive into your weekend forecast because, let's be real, your brain is already in weekend mode. Friday, we see a high of 63. Saturday drops a bit down to 59. And Sunday follows that trend down to 49 degrees. No more nice days on Chamberlain. That's your forecast. Stay warm, stay dry, and just maybe go to class. And that's it for your Channel C forecast. For the first time in 3 years, the Mocs emerge as champions.
The basketball men have claimed the regular season Southern Conference championship. The Mocs traveled to North Carolina and beat UNCG Thursday to lock down the championship 75-63. It's the 10th straight victory for UTC. Bash Whelan had 18 points. They play the Citadel on the road to wrap up the regular season before playing as the #1 seed in the Southern Conference Championship starting March 7th.
Is he or isn't he? Turns out Kansas City Chief tight end Travis Kelce plans to play the next season rather than retire. Kelce has been mulling whether to return for a 13th season, but the four-time All-Pro made his feelings clear in a text to a radio show. He said, quote, "Got a real bad taste in my mouth about how I played in that last game. I can't go out like that." The Chiefs' quest to become the first team to win 3 straight Super Bowls ended with a 40-22 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Normally, a campus bake sale has brownies, cakes, and cookies, but one organization tried something different.
The Asian Student Association served up something a little more savory. Members sold all varieties of egg rolls and pot stickers, but to drink, they had a type of Korean punch considered both a drink and a dessert.
And then we have hwachae, which is like, it's been called Korean fruit punch, but I don't think that's an actual term for it. And I hope I'm not mispronouncing hwachae.
Okay, so what is in hwachae?
It's Sprite, milk, and fruits basically. And I think condensed milk as well, and sweetener and stuff like that. The fruit we have in it are strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries and watermelon.
The ASA held the sale for 2 days, and by the look of it, it was a success. That's this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to keep up with us on our Facebook page.
We are also on X, not Twitter, and YouTube. Have a great weekend.